From the Vox Populi studios at Miami Lakes, we bring you the Miami Lakes Business Podcast. Good afternoon, everybody, or good day, everybody. We have today with us our guest, somebody that probably not a lot of people know already here in Miami Lakes, but his name is Jorge Berrios, and he's the owner of BBs Bakehouse.
Yeah.
So BBs Bakehouse is a new establishment here in Miami Lakes that is right on the pathway from the movies into Main Street. So welcome, Jorge or George, to our podcast.
Thank you, Fred. I appreciate the invite. Thank you for having me, and really excited to be here.
And also, let everybody know that you are a member of the Chamber of Commerce, of course. Now, I understand also your wife works there and with you in this effort.
There's a great question. I get this question all the time. So we are members of the Chamber of Commerce, Miami Lakes Chamber of Commerce, proud members. So my wife and I founded the business together back in 2022. So all of these things that you see here are her concoctions. She develops all the recipes. So back in 2022, when we started thinking about our next business endeavor, we've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, owning and operating other businesses. So we wanted to combine her skill set and mine. So she obviously is a very talented baker, and I'm an engineer with an engineering background, working corporate jobs, and managing large projects. So we wanted to combine those, that skill set, and living here in Miami Lakes, we came here to Main Street frequently, and we saw that there was a need, right, for a sit-down place where you could enjoy yourself, have a cup of coffee, enjoy a pastry, enjoy a panini. So we were having lunch one day on Main Street, and driving back home, since we live here in town, we decided that we wanted to embark on this journey, and we wanted to do this, right? We wanted to build what eventually came to be BBs Bakehouse. So we developed the business plan, and in doing so, we realized that we needed a name for the business, right? We wanted it to be a bakehouse since we bake everything in-house, so hence the word bakehouse. And now we needed a name for the bakehouse, and we have a son. His name is Lucas. I'm very proud of him. He's 4 years old now, but at the time he was 2 years old, and the only word, his first and only words were BB. So you were ask him, you want to play? And he would say BB. Are you hungry? And he would say BB. So anticipating what the answer would be, I asked him, how do you want to name the business? And there was no, he immediate answer was BB. But I knew that was going to be the answer, and that's how we wanted to name the business. We really didn't consider anything else. So it was just natural, and it was just a right fit. It felt right. So we decided to name the business BBs Bakehouse, and I'm not sure how that's going to play out 20 years from now when his friends know, are you the BB from BB's Bakehouse? Probably a little embarrassed.
Well, it's got to be a moment of proudness for him because he was the inspiration of the name. So
right.
I'm sure that he won't have a problem there.
Yeah.
Jorge or George, tell me a little bit about. You say your wife is a baker. Did she go to school for baking school somewhere? How did she become, or is it something that just was out of she said being taught by the grandmother or whatever? How did she come about being such a good baker?
Well, that's a great question. So her background, she was actually an orthodontist in Venezuela.
Oh my God.
And then she came here. I was living here working for a firm, and then she came. And she got a dental hygienist license. But then we had our son, and she wanted to have some more time, so obviously for our son, and to be able to take care of them. It's a tough environment to raise a child, both of us working full time. So she decided she would pursue a passion, and she's always had a passion for baking. So a while back, I want to say maybe 7 years ago, she had started training with pastry chefs and at different locations here in South Florida. She's actually trained with, I want to say, maybe 5 or 6 different chefs over the years. She used to have a cake decorating business that she ran out of her home. It got to be very successful. She baked dozens and dozens of custom cakes, and they had custom decorations. And she's always, she didn't know it, but she is actually, she had a talent for it, and she got to be a very good baker because she's a perfectionist. So trying different flavors and different recipes, and that's how it came to be. It was, I guess it was meant to be.
That's wonderful. I mean, she is good. I can tell you that from witnessing the quality and the taste of of what she bakes. As a matter of fact, I just had one. Had an empanada. It was a caprese empanada, which I had never had before. One like that, which is it was just the taste was unbelievable. So tell me a little bit about, one thing that I love to see in Miami Lakes, and we know, being in the part of the Chamber of Commerce, our main objective is to make sure that businesses prosper and businesses, make a lot of money and serve the people right. But one of the things that I love to see is young people like you and your wife putting all all their efforts and all the money into something in a business that hoping to make it very successful. So I really applaud you for that.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
And you already explained the reasoning besides that. But let's talk a little bit about what sets BB's Bakehouse apart from the regular bakery that people are most familiar with.
Well, that's a great question, and thank you, Fred, for that recognition. I think I would say that what sets us apart is that we try and combine different flavors from European cuisine, American, and Latin as it comes to the desserts. So Monica has developed a variety of different recipes that span, basically mostly from the desserts. So they'll include New York style cookies. We have dozens of flavors of those. We have the bun cakes that can be the bun cakes are different flavors, and they can be filled with different creams and different toppings as well. So those are very, very popular, and I think those are very original in terms of the flavors that we have. And as well as some of the other options that we have, layered cakes, tarts, pies. We also have a crepe cake that we're introducing that she's perfected, that we haven't had a chance to deploy because we've been busy with everything else, but looking forward to rolling that out. But in addition to the desserts, we also have a full-blown espresso bar with hot and cold coffees, as well as paninis. So we have a selection of paninis and salads, as well as appetizers. We do have a number of appetizer options and charcuterie boards that most other similar places don't have. So I think that's what sets us apart in the concept. And to top all of that, we have beer and wine. So we have the variety of different wines as well as beer. As you can see here, I have a few of them on display. We've recently introduced the Tank beers, our fellow Chamber of Commerce members, supporting them as well.
And a good friend of ours Carlos has been here on the podcast before.
Yeah, that was a very good episode. So we recently included these beers as well. Loca, it's a low-calorie beer, as well as the Padron beer. They're both very good. So we have that, and I think that's what sets us apart from from other places.
And also, people can actually go because I've been there, and of course, visiting and eating. People can actually go there and relax and have some wine and have some beer and have some some of the goodies that you guys make and spend time there. I'm sure that a lot of people would be wondering. Most of the bakeries you just go, order what you want, and then leave. But in your bakery, which is different, people can actually stay and relax and have a good time. So
Exactly. Yeah.
huh.
That's what we were shooting for. We wanted to create an environment that will be conducive to that experience, right? So you could sit down, enjoy a meal with a friend, enjoy a drink, a coffee, whatever that is. If you want a coffee or a beer or a glass of wine or a soda, whatever you want. I mean, you can. That's what BBs Bakehouse is for, is to foster that experience, right? That dining experience with the items that we have, and yeah, I think you put out very
So
succinct.
so we have here in front of us, which I've been dying to dig in. We have here some samples of stuff that you guys make. I had the empanada from the Capres empanada, but tell me a little bit about what we see here.
Of course, yeah. So we can see some of the New York style cookies that we're known for. We have the regular chocolate chip cookie. We have a butterscotch cookie as well. You can see here. We have cookies and cream New York style cookie. It's also very popular. Um,
This one here is what? This one here is like a Toll House chocolate chip cookie,
right,
or
yeah, that's a pecan chocolate. That's a pecan
oh my
chocolate chip
God.
cookie, and this is the one of Tico's favorite New York style cookie. It's a double chocolate chip. Although he has
We're not gonna call it what he calls it.
yeah, no, health reasons we won't call it as he calls it, but obviously his support and endorsement of this cookie has drawn a lot of global media attention,
Is that
and
right?
now is one of our best-selling items.
Wonderful.
Obviously, you have some of the classics, pan de bono and empanadas. Here's an almond croissant. That's a blondie. It's a white chocolate brownie, which is called a blondie,
Oh,
and that's dulce de leche bun cake over there
oh my
with
God.
um,
That looks sinful.
a cream topping. It is.
What about this one here? Is this a pastelito or?
Yeah, so I actually wanted to talk about that one because it's a recent addition to the pastry menu. Um, it's our rendition of the classic guava pastelito.
Oh wow.
So we make these in house with our own guava filling and our own pastry. So it's actually very good. It's not your typical guava pastelito. You can have it in another bakery. So we're very proud of it, and we want it's gotten really good reception so far. We've sold quite a few. So really proud of everything you see here in front of you.
Let me tell you, they usually the liking of food is drawn by what you see, and from what I see here, I would eat all of them with pleasure because they all look so delicious and so appetizing. So I mean, it is great. I mean, it's really good to see to have spend some time with you, which a couple of times that I have seen you in the restaurant, we've talked and all that, but you've been busy with, with the customers and so far. But it's always good to just sit down with the protagonist of the, of
Thank you.
what's going on, and so it's good to have you with us today in the podcast, and we wish you the best. Anything that we can do. I understand that you may be considered to have a networking event coming up probably in February, which is good because that networking events usually work out real well for the businesses. It fills the place with new people, people that maybe have not been had the opportunity to visit you, and then that spreads the word, and then people will go there just to see what what the other person told them. So, but it's good to to see people your age and your wife's age, really um, offering all your talents and, and not just the time, but actually the talents and the investment that you guys have put forth, which, I mean, being in business myself, I know that it's not easy to, to set up a business, and sometimes we have to be in debt for a long, long time before unless you were born rich or whatever,
Right.
that somebody just gave you the money. But if you didn't, I know what it is to start a business, and we wish you the best. We
Thank you,
wish you the
Fred.
best, and we thank you for being here. Um, what do we tell our viewers the hours of operation that you have and the days you're open, if you close any days or whatever? Let's let them know.
Oh, of course. And I want to say thank you, Fred, for that. I really appreciate you saying that. And it is an investment. Takes quite a bit of effort, as you know, for this. But we're happy. We're happy that we did this. We're happy to be here in Miami Lakes. All of our neighbors have been extremely supportive, as well as the Chamber of Commerce. So we found nothing but support here in this community, and we're really grateful for it. With respect to the hours of operation, we open every day. Monday through Saturday, we open at 8 o'clock in the morning. We close at 9 p.m. On Sundays, we open at 9 a.m. and close at 9 p.m. We're open every day for breakfast, lunch, brunch, light dinner, or anything in between. And yeah, we're excited to be here and looking forward to being here for a long time.
Well, thank you, Jorge, George. It's great to have you. Great to have you. And as you all know, BBs Bakehouse is one of our newest businesses in the area, right on Main Street. So I invite you to come and taste, the goodies that that they have to offer to all of us. And as a witness, I can tell you that they're all good. They're all
Yeah.
good. So until next time.